Hello guys, it's actually so again, quality of the video not so good. But this kind of like series thing that I'm gonna do now is I've scrapped GOW3 in depth, completely scrapped it, but I will be doing those weapon reviews sometime in the future after I've been doing these map reviews. So I'm gonna do map reviews first of the maps, where to go, where not really where the spawns are because the spawns are a bit quirky. But okay, so this is why I've done it this way. So you can clearly see that the spawn is there. So if we go into the overhead map, spawns are here. They also can spawn in the concession stands around here, and they also can spawn in these two areas here. They also spawn in here. They do actually spawn around in there. So those are the main spawns are on the outside of the map. So basically, essentially controlling the balcony area, you essentially control the concession stand spawns, so no enemies are going to spawn there. But you're also going to control the the other spawns down here, since you have line of sight to them. You just have to watch out for the blue and the red spawns there. So I obviously had to put bots in this game. So another thing, when you roll out, you're going to spawn. I'm just going to show you again. So you're going to go back here, and if I were you, I'll keep to the right because there's not much of a line of sight on the right. If you go to the left, they have a bigger line of sight, and most players are going to go on that side because that's where the objective is. So you want to be going on the right side. It gives you a little bit more cover compared to going on the left side, so go on the right side. And when you get to it, you can also hop to this piece of cover here. It's a really big piece of cover, because compared to most people cover, you actually got that pillar that stops your head being shot off when you're behind cover. Of course, going around the sides, not like good. Of course, if you swap out to either side, you have a line of sight down there. Of course, this one's not that good a line of sight, but you do have a line of sight down here. You can also swap to the top down there. But this one's probably the best one. Again, to the right side, you've got a huge area to be able to shoot enemies from. Another thing I want to point out is this pillar here. It's very useful. Just simply don't go into cover, and you can actually pop out and shoot round this pillar. Very, very good spot. See it used so many times, and it's very difficult for the enemies to hit you. But if you also do the left-handed glitch as well, you can also shoot on the left side. Very useful again, though it's definitely better on the right side because there's more open space. Okay, so moving on, if you're pushing up on the far right side, this spot's quite a good spot. You have a line of sight. If you can just edge it, you can actually push up. I think I just did it then. You can edge it just to be able to see at the top of the heads of anyone uncovered there, and you can also have a line of sight down to anyone camping around there. If you do the third-person glitch, the left-handed glitch, you can also go behind this piece of cover here and get quite a good clear view of here as well, and to be very protected as well. And right. So moving this area here, it's quite difficult to defend, to attack enemies in there. You can't really do much, but one thing you can do is you can stand here, and if you go back to about where these books are and aim thing like here, you can throw a smoke grenade, and it will land right there, boom, right there. They cannot see you. It doesn't go here. They can't see you coming. You can pull out your shotgun, do a bit of wall bouncing, and boom, enemy's dead. Now, for cap spots on this part of objective, there aren't really many good cap spots, although I'd say they're probably the best ones. I'd edge your way onto like here, edge your way to here, and then you have a line of sight through that doorway. Again, same on this side. If you edge yourself, if you kind of do like the third person glitch, the left-handed glitch, then edge yourself towards the doorway to be able to cover through there. You've got enemies come through here. They're definitely going to have the advantage because they've got a height advantage, and they're going to have these pieces of cover. So there's no real point of trying to do that there. Right. So another very interesting spot is, of course, again, going to go to this spot here. You've got this, which isn't really that much good in terms of cover, but boom, this is the spot I want to show you guys. I love so much because you can see the enemies who are behind there, and they are not going to be able to see you. You'll be able to shoot them like 90% of the time and win the gunfight. Even if you get a few shots off them, so they cannot. This is a very good spot, very, very good spot. And of course, you can edge yourself out there. You can actually shoot bullets through this, very few bullets though, and if enemies are hiding behind that piece of cover there. So that's a really good spot. I've used it quite a few times, got a few kills with it. Really useful. So again, right, so we're going to come up on the right side. If you come up on the right side and you're coming through here, you don't want to be coming up on the right side, because again, you're going to have all that spot here. So again, move up on the left. You are on the left side, you seem to be a lot more covered compared to going up on that side on the left. So you move to the left, and right side, not really a good line of sight, really, to be honest. You can lean over and shoot them on top of their heads. But on the left, again, you have a really good line of sight, unless they start going around that side. And you can of course do the glitch I showed you earlier, and shoot around the side. And if you can do the left-handed glitch, then you can just shoot here. I'll kind of like to do a tutorial on the left-handed glitch. And of course, you can use these pillars to get a line of sight onto this place over here. Again, do a bit of head glitching. But one annoying thing is that what you can actually do is if you take cover here, then and inch yourself back a bit and then forwards, and if you move through a bit more, you can actually shoot through the wall onto the ejected point. That is absolutely brilliant. It only works for a bit though, because otherwise you do actually shoot there. You can shoot that objective point, get a few shots. If you've got a sniper rifle, you can use that. So that's a very good spot. Another one I see used quite regularly is to inch yourself backwards here, and then you can take shots off to the top. Underneath, you're completely covered, and if you happen to start getting shot at, you can always roll forward. And there are, of course, spots here, but that gets a bit weird and a bit glitchy. Right, I need to pick up this gun anyway. Nice one. Okay, so again, on this side and that side as well, there are these stands. If you didn't know, you can actually go around these, but you are not very, very covered. Your head is kind of exposed, actually, to snipers and stuff. One thing you can do is if you stand up, and then you can use the stairs, inch yourself a bit forward. So you stay on a couple of the steps, and you're a lot more covered than, say, staying up here. So you're a bit more covered, and you can, of course, shoot off a couple of shots. You can shoot off a couple of shots, get a few enemies that are a bit higher up. Again, you can do it on this side as well. You can do it on both sides of these, so that's much better than standing out in the open here. You're getting a lot less shots off because you're missing a few, but it's better than just standing out in the open. Interesting spot here. You can of course shoot. You can climb up on either side. You can't climb over this. You can't get over it, no matter what you do. People say you can, but you can't. But you can actually stand over here and shoot enemies. Or you can. One spot I like to, if I'm trying to hold this place down, then I'll stay up here and use this spot. It's good because you can always plant your grenade here to hold them off, and you can stay on this spot. You're pretty good for cover if you need to duck down. The best thing about this is that if you are getting shot, you can always just press A and you duck down immediately. You'll be completely covered, and it's really, really good. So you can, get a good line of sight down to here. I'll show you guys on the other side as well. Now, trying to stop enemies that are coming up here, it's quite difficult. Most people will just try and do something along the lines of this, which is okay. It's okay, but you kind of missing out your shots and the sandbags and everything. What I like to do is this works quite well actually. Is to stand here and then boom, boom. You are much more covered. You are right behind this spot. You're going to get a load more shots off. Much better. And the same goes for the other side as well. I think, yeah, it goes for the other side as well. So then, essentially, if you do the left-handed glitch. Oh well. Anyway, if you do the left-handed glitch, I just did it then. That's annoying. Yeah, so do the left-handed glitch. Get behind this corner here. You can take a few shots off. You can blow the cover apart. Get a few more shots off. Boom. Line of sight right down there. Another interesting feature of this is if you go here, then of course you do get a line of sight across here, but it's not that good. You're not really well protected. You do have the chairs, but you're not well protected. But it's just there in case you may want to use it. Same on the other side. You're a bit less protected because there are less chairs, but again, have a good line of sight. And you can also shoot the spawn from here, and you can do the spawn. You can shoot from the other side and the spawns as well. So again, if you were to, on this side, it's not so good because you need to do the left-handed glitch. But yeah, so I will do videos showing you guys the left-handed glitch in the near future. But until then, I'll do that. So another good spot for shooting down the spawns is this objective bit here. You get behind this pole and you are really well protected. But it is difficult to shoot out. You need like a more accurate gun to be able to do it. Again, left-handed glitch on the other side. to be able to take out the spawns here. It's not that good on this side though, compared to this side. I don't know, it's just one of the ways I feel about it. Again, this side, you're going to watch out, you can also come up here and do exactly what I've done on the other side. But there isn't really much to this place up here. You can get a few shots off, but my best bet is to use these pillars as a kind of like cover, and then shoot over like this. Stay back stay back a bit, or yeah, that's about it. To be honest, up down there, there's not really many spaces where you can use to get cover from. So moving up around here, these two bits you can use as cover there. But again, I showed you the spot over there; it's so much better. But say if there are enemies down here, you want to hold this position down, you can get a few shots off down there. Very good spot. So that's better than using the window. So if you are on the other side, just do the left-handed glitch. I'm not doing it here now, but anyway, you can get a few shots down there. This spot overlooks pretty much the whole map, so it's a very good spot. You know, the entire area up there. And again, the glitch I showed you, the thing I showed you earlier, being able to shoot, you know, the enemies around here, get a few shots off. And then you can just press A to get cover again. Again, on the sides here, get a few shots off, and get a few shots off here. Right, so the spawn. Right, so let's have a look. Defending from this side, like trying to defend against enemies coming through down here. If you're spawning on the blue side, you're not really going to get very far, to be honest. You can use this wall as cover, you know, to shoot there, but they're probably going to go around to here, and then they'll have the advantage of surprise. So I wouldn't recommend this, but it's just a thing if you want to shoot them with a lancer and use knockback to slow them down. So we're back here again, and so I think this is all the spots, spots and everything. You can, of course, if you're not able to be skilled, but you can shoot that down. And when you shot this down, I wouldn't really recommend it, because a lot of people have tried to do it, or think, oh, I'm cool, I'm shooting this down. There's no point, there's no objective there, you're not going to get many kills. I don't know why they put this in, because it ruins the lines of sight there, and it just makes these lines of sight there worse, and you're going to have no pillar fights. I just don't see the point of it. But I don't know. So you can suppose it's good if you're trying to wall balance around here. It's a bit easier. But otherwise, it's not much of a point. If the enemies are using hammer bursts and you're at a disadvantage, then I'll just shoot this down anyway to ruin their lines of sight. Then you can use your lancer to better advantage. Yeah, so again, the grenade thing I showed you earlier does actually work from this side, but you have to stand just roughly. Wait, yeah, sorry, wrong bit again. I'm here. So again, roughly where the books are, then just chuck it a bit more, line it over, boom, it'll be in there again. So yeah, that concludes the lines of sight. The boxing, you can't really do much with it once the line of sight has been broken, so you are losing your lines of sight if you do that. I wouldn't recommend doing it, to be honest, unless the enemy are completely abusing these pillars, then I would probably use it. Again, weapons like the long shot and all that spawn around here. The cap spot for here, the spot everybody is this piece of cover here. You want to go in the middle so you're not getting shot from the outside, but you are pretty vulnerable. But there's no real other good spot besides these pieces of cover. You are protected from this side, but around here you're going to get shot, and they can shoot you over cover as well. A lot of people just try and stand in the middle and then take shots off, and then go to cover. So this objective down here, I've already showed you before. So the other objectives, these rings, essentially you just go on the opposite side of the pillar to where your opponent is facing. So they're coming around here, you just simply go around like this. Just be careful that if you're holding a long weapon like long shot, they are going to be able to see you going and figure out where you are. So just be careful of that. The spot up there, which I'm going to get to now to show you guys, it's quite a good spot actually. Let's have a look. Cap spots, it's actually quite difficult to cap. I would probably generally just stand here and then edge out and then use this part as cover. So again, if you do the left-handed glitch, again use this pillar as cover, line of sight, get shots off to there. You probably want to break the cover first to be able to get shots off down there. But that's about it. Otherwise, you can of course shoot Cole in the head if you ever feel like it, or in the heart if you're that bad of a sniper as me. So yeah, I think this concludes my video as pretty much all the spots and lines of sight that I've got. And also, this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't shoot that down, because once you do, you are losing the line of sight to this objective over here. from this upper point. So it does block line of sight, but it's also blocking your line of sight, and I just don't do it. It really pisses me off when people spawn, and the first thing they do is shoot that thing up there, and it falls down. I don't know why Epic put it in. It's a good idea, but I just don't think it should have been as overpowered as it can be. Especially if you're holding down the enemy, and they can just shoot that and completely charge up to you with no problems. So I'm going to try and headshot the bot that spawns here. Because obviously we're not going to win this game anyway. So I'm going to show you the cap spot on this map. Right, so the cap spot, again, the only real good cap spot is here, kind of like edged out. So that's the best you can do, to be honest. Like standing here, that's it. So you can take cover there if you get shot. So this is probably the best place for it. And so yeah, that concludes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something very useful. These videos, I hope if you like them, share them, favourite them, and then just tell your friends, you know, oh, this guy's got spots. If you subscribe as well, I'll put a lot more of these videos down to YouTube. I'm trying to do like one at least every 2 or 3 days. I'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 out on the weekend. But I hope to see you guys on the next video. And as always, thanks for watching. That's a Vsauce thing, if you didn't know.